All right, folks, how was the elbow ride?
Great.
Hey, two happy people. Hey, guys, before I forget, after the show, if anybody's interested, Victoria back there in the sweatshirt, looks like Man Nick of the North right now. She has this baby alligator. If you'd like to hold it, take a picture with your own camera, she charges you $5. I guess that's kind of a cool tourist thing to do. She's also made available, believe it or not, the opportunity to sit in a big alligator. We get asked all the time. So if you'd like to sit in a big alligator, I'm the size of one of these guys, 8, 9 feet, about 300 pounds. Update your Lane Facebook page. Line up the kids, make a new Christmas card for next year, whatever the case may be. The big one's $10, and we do tape his mouth shut. Tape doesn't really keep it safe, but it should kind of give you a nice false sense of security. So at least you can smile at the camera before he turns around and tears your face off. The big one's fine. We've got some in here that have no idea they're alligators. Godzilla down there, that's a Labradoodle. If he asks, don't tell him. It will just break it apart. Now, I hate airboats, in case you're wondering. Now, before we get started, I do want to explain a few things about these alligators that I use in my gator shows. All the gators you see in this pit are what's known as nuisance alligators. That means they've all come from someone's backyard pond. Now, ate the neighbor's dog, something like that. When you have a nuisance alligator, a trapper gets called out, removes the alligator and charges you nothing. Alligator removal is free because the alligator's the safer. The trapper takes an alligator to a processing plant where they kill it, and he gets paid for the valuable meat and hide. That's where you get alligator belts, boots, handbags, wallets, all that kind of stuff. The lucky ones we buy off the trapper, or I trap myself. I am a licensed trapper here in Broward County, probably the only non-kill trapper in the state. I don't know anybody else dumb enough to work for free. When I get a gator, or we buy them off another trapper, they'll go to one of 5 facilities. The ones I catch, usually only about a week or two. Then they get relocated down to the Wildlife Preserve and Sanctuary down in Homestead, Florida City. The guys that end up in a wrestling cage, 6 months to 2 years. Stay here, do these wrestling shows, where we raise enough money for the baskets along the fence line to buy a new gator. We'll replace the new one, bring a new one in, take one of the older guys, put them down in the breeding pond. Oh, I heard you. Put them down in the breeding pond at Everglades Alligator Farm. I've been trying to get into a breeding pond myself. Not a bad gig. But they don't have a Victoria's Secret breeding pond yet, but I'm working on it. Most of these guys, like I said, here, we'll stay here for a while and do these shows. You'll notice some guys have different reactions. The gator just went in, he's only been here for a couple weeks rather. He still has kind of an attitude. I guess some I can pet in the face. I've been told alligators are like women. They're cold-blooded and you can't trust them. I don't find that to be true with alligators anyway. Now, as you can tell, these alligators are males. You can tell they're males because their mouth's been closed for more than 5 minutes. And the big one is definitely a male because females won't get that big unless you marry it. I ain't scared of you people. Those are the gators anyway, not me. Bit by another alligator. More than likely. It's an old injury. It's just, once it scabs up, because we're in the water all the time, the scab will fall off and leave flesh. It's not really just open flesh. It's got a little bit of a sheath over it. With that? No, it will heal. It will heal back. That I thought he was going to lose two toes. It's healed almost completely now. It's just waiting for the top to kind of cover over. There is good news for women in case you think I'm a hater or something. Did you guys know, and this is true, an alligator will never bite a woman over 40 years old. That's true. They're just too bitter. I don't see any women here over what, 18, 19, maybe 20 this one. So it doesn't help you guys out, but it's something to look forward to as you get older and progressively and inevitably more bitter. Now, the purpose of these alligator wrestling shows is where we raise the money to buy the alligators. I have 8 different guys and 2 girls that volunteer their time here. None of them get paid a dime, nor should they. Because one of those morons is supposed to be here right now. Not me. Yeah, that was not funny. The only money those guys bring in comes through the basket you can see in the fence. Sky rat. All the money those guys bring in, like I said, comes through the tip baskets in the fence line. They all put that money together. That's what we use to buy the other alligators off the trappers, pay for their food, medical bills. Guys, come on in. Stay. Don't worry about it. Hop in the water, go for a swim. There's a lifeguard on it. And most recently, we're going to use a lot of that money to fix the fence. The old FWC guy didn't care about the top of the fence. The new guy does. So I have to replace that fine-looking specimen of a fence. I leave it because people like to put their cameras to it. Point in case.
Yep.
Once it's fixed, it's going to be a totally different deal. Now, alligator wrestling is not like wrestling on television. I will not kick, punch, or hurt the alligator in any way. You will not see any headlocks or body slams. So thankfully for you folks, I will not be dressed up in spandex and jump off the top rope. Unless you really, really want to see it. All alligator wrestling is the old Seminole Indian capture technique, mimicked in a pit like this with a couple of stunts done it. Now let me go check out my list and see who I have used and who I have done. I'm old and everyone's the first time. Yeah, I've already used you right now. You know I used you already. It's a bad root slip. Here we go. Now, there's 2 ways to catch an alligator for wrestling. That's what you do now. There's a frontal catch and a quick catch. Quick catch is grabbing him by the tail. The reason I grab him by the tail, you'll notice, look very closely. No teeth at that end. You have to be smart in this game, folks. I mean, all you want to do is drag him out, get into a blind spot, and quickly just dive onto his back. Luckily, this one's dead. Now, the frontal catch is basically utilizing a blind spot he has directly in front of his nose. You'll notice the eyes. They're on top and to the sides of the head. So he can't see directly in front or below the jaw. Which obviously means he can't see inside of his own mouth because he can't see through his own skull. Is that bad? My first thing. The reason he doesn't bite my hand is he can't see it. He can't see through his own skull to know my hand is in there. As long as you don't touch anything, he's probably not going to close his mouth. If you do, he may try to catch you. Oh my God. Just how you trim your fingernails in the oven place. It's called a redneck manicure. It actually looks pretty good. Now, I'll utilize the same blind spot I used to go in the mouth to go under the mouth. You get that head back, reach over, get a good firm grip of the jaws. Now for the guys, pay attention. This is very important. You hold the alligator, always hold him just like this. Okay? Never ever like this. Not funny. Not funny. Bad things can happen. Really bad things. If you don't get it, look, I'll show you. You don't understand, the alligator can jump. He gets his mouth open. It happened last week. The poor thing almost choked to death. Hey, trust me, it's a curse. All you want to do, the kid's got that joke, it's probably your fault. All you want to do is cover the eyes, and then quickly step over onto his back. Now, if I want to catch this guy by myself, I'm going to have to try the jaw shut by myself. He likes to make it look dangerous sometimes. He's kind of a showman. It's kind of hard to tie a knot with one hand. Doesn't work too well. The Seminoles came up with a technique we now refer to as bulldogging. Holding the jaws closed, your chin and your chest. Raise your hands up. Give you time to take out leather, rope, and tie a knot. You want to get a picture? Wait till both arms go out to the side, or you see the blood pouring down my throat. It's usually what I tell the kids to stay in salute. You got your rope, quick wrap, tie a knot, and you have yourself a caught-inside alligator. Briefly touch on the different parts of the alligator's anatomy. Eyes very well protected. There's about 2-inch deep eye sockets. And these threatens his eyes, they drop to the bottom of the eye sockets out of the way of harm. Bony, leathery eyelid comes down to help protect them. Lower eyelid like you and I have. And a third eyelid called a nictitating membrane. With a transparent lens, you'll see the roof from front to back. That acts to clean dust and debris away from the eyes. Also acts as a pair of goggles for the alligator underwater. Behind the eyes, alligator's ears. Little flaps right there. Alligator hears just about as well as we do on land, also hears very well into the water. Between the ears, behind the eyes, located right about there, alligator's brain. About the size of a peanut. I'm being generous. Only one animal in the entire world has a smaller brain to body size ratio. If you listen about every 5 minutes, you'll hear on the intercom up there. No, inbreeding leads to very small brain size. It's a proven fact. When she was first here, she was with her husband, he said, I want you to meet my wife and sister. She's the only girl. You can't make that up. Now, these bony plates you see on his back are called scutes. These bony osteoderms do two things for the alligator. One, it's armor plating, protecting him from predators and other alligators. During the mating and territorial disputes, more importantly, it acts as a solar panel. Alligator lays out in the sun with this dark black skin. The sun beats down, heats up that skin and those scutes, which are covered in little blood vessels. The blood heats up, circulates through the body, increases the energy of metabolism. Notice I said the skin was black and not green. Almost every t-shirt, cartoon, painting, stuffed animal, child's toy, every scene of an alligator, always green. Alligators are not green. They're black, brown, tan, and yellow. Now what separates alligator wrestling from alligator capture is, of course, dangerous stunts. Doing a couple of foolish things, we'll put in your hands in the gator's mouth, and a couple more we'll do right now. First trick, Florida smile. Open the alligator's mouth, showing all 80 teeth. 40 on, yes you do, I counted. You got 40 on top, 40 on the bottom. I'll show you a picture later. If you look in the back of the throat, it appears he has little to no throat opening. That works. Little to no throat opening. He's got an oversized palatal valve or glottis. It allows him to go underwater, capture food without drowning, but he must surface above the water to swallow that food. Just follow the script. Last trick we're going to do is what's called a face-off, because if I mess up, I'm also going to show you exactly what a bachelor's degree in psychology is now worth. From the University of Massachusetts. Parents waste a lot of money on college and don't like the fact I tell bad jokes about it in the gator pit all day. I heard you're looking to get their money back, and trust me, it will never happen. You know, without me, you'd be a suitcase, right? Oh, she knows that? She's probably pretty sick. Thanks for coming out, guys, and God bless. If you want to hold the baby, I'm sure Vicky has it out back there. If you want to waste $10 and sit in the big one, let me know. We'll saddle up one of these guys. For those of you guys that just came in, I'll start a new show in about 5 minutes. Anyone wants to go for a swim, it's free. Pool's open.
Why can't you relocate them? Like,
They return to where they were trapped.
oh really?
Not all the time, but a good amount of them like that. We just had a guy got a dog eating over here in Plantation, a pit bull, with the whole front of him ripped off. Gator killed the dog, swimming down the canal with about a mile or two, and at night they found the ass end of the dog up on the grass. It probably shook until it came off. If you hit that gator and put him out in the middle of the Everglades, in a month or two, it's going to time to go back. Like that chicken, they go to the party and just won't go away. Should be going back to your place. Thank you. All right, guys. God bless. Be safe.
How did you learn to do this?
I haven't learned to do it yet.
What?
Just, I don't know. Just end up here. One day you wake up and like, what? What am I doing?
Where do you get the t-shirts at?
What's that?
The t-shirts.
What about them?
Where do you buy them at?
Oh, right there. She's got them.
Okay.
One of them. The girl with the hood on. Her. After she's done with the baby, she'll do that. Like I said, those guys just came down about 5